In 1984, Wes Craven gave us A Nightmare on Elm Street. It would span 6 sequels, a crossover, and a remake, making it one of the biggest franchises in horror. I recently watched all 9 movies and thought I would talk about them. But our ranking is so basic, so I'm doing something totally not basic. A tier list. So at the bottom we have A Total Nightmare. These are for the movies that are unwatchable. Followed by Please Wake Me Up. These movies are watchable but still not great. An Interesting Dream are for the movies that have flaws but are really interesting or a fun watch. Well Rested are for the good nightmare movies. And Please Let Me Sleep Some More are for the best and perfect nightmare movies. Now that's clear, let's talk about some fun movies. The original classic only deserves to be in Please Let Me Sleep Some More, cause it's great. I think that the concept of a killer who can kill you in your dreams is maybe the greatest concept for a movie ever. But besides that, there's so much more great stuff in this movie. I love that for the beginning you believe Tina will be the main character, only for Freddy to drag her across the ceiling and kill her. It really surprised me during my first watch. Our actual lead is Nancy, and Heather Langenkamp is one of the many great leads in this franchise. Her getting more intense throughout the movie is such a great performance. We also have a young Johnny Depp who gets killed by spraying a fountain of blood out of his bed. It's crazy but also scary at the same time. And when we talk scary, we have to talk about Robert Englund as Freddy in this movie. Freddy is a scary menace. He leaves such an impression, even though he's on screen for not that long compared to other movies. The only light problem with this is the ending and the way Freddy is defeated, but that's more a studio fault than a Wes Craven fault. Then we have Nightmare 2, Freddy's Revenge, and this is an interesting movie. So this movie has some homoerotic subtext, and the lead guy was still in the closet during filming. The writers denied the context, but the lead randomly goes to a gay bar and the gym teacher is tied up and spanked to death by Freddy, so that writer is a big fucking liar. But even ignoring that, this is not really a Freddy movie, it's not really about dreams. Freddy just kinda possesses the lead character. This leads to a great barbecue killing spree with an iconic line. You are all my children now. There's also a really great effect scene where Freddy crawls out of the chest of our lead. It's amazing and looks really nasty. Oh, and I also like the opening scene with Freddy being a bus driver from hell. It's one of the better opening scenes. Overall, I'll place it in an interesting dream, because it's not bad, just different. I'm gonna shock some people, but for me, Dream Warriors is the best nightmare movie. And it's basically a superhero movie. The concept of the kids using their dreams to fight back against Freddy is really great. We also have a great combination of funny Freddy, but also dark with like the drug kill and the puppet kill. Most of it is great, but I do agree Bone Freddy is dumb and Nancy should have had a bigger kill, but those things don't really bother me. Then the Dream Master. This should have everything for me to hate it. They kill off the remaining characters from Dream Warriors, and Freddy comes back because of a dog pissing on his bones. But Rennie Harling brings this cool gothic style that really gives this movie a distinct look. There are also so much great kills. We have the waterbed kill and Freddy sucking the life out of that girl. The greatest kill is where a girl is working out. Freddy breaks her elbows, turns her into an insect, and then squeezes her to death. It's amazing. I do hate the ending where Freddy is defeated by seeing his reflection in the mirrors, but he is in mirrors in Dream Warrior, so that doesn't really make sense. So it has some high highs and low lows, so I'll put it in the middle. Now, the Dream Child. This is the final movie in the Dream trilogy, and to me, this is unwatchable. So hear me out. Freddy brings his mother back to life in the dream world, so Freddy can be reborn in the dream world. Then he uses the unborn baby of Alice from the last movie. He uses the dreams of the baby to kill Alice, her friend, so he can feed the baby their souls, making the baby like Freddy, so Freddy can be born in the real world. This is an horrendous plot, but maybe the kills can save this movie? So during one kill a guy turns into a motorcycle. He also feeds a girl to death, and don't start about fucking Super Freddy. Easy total nightmare for me. So here the hate comes, but I love Freddys Dad. It's insane we have a Wizard of Oz parody, a video game kill, and an insane plot. I love how this movie makes you think that the kid is the lead only for Freddy to kill him and the daughter being the lead. It's a good misdirect. I also adore the hearing aid kill where Freddy really is taunting the kid behind his back. I do think this movie starts sucking after release Springwood. I also hate seeing the Freddy flashbacks and the dream demons are bad. Also the ending is just the original again. Some people would say that this is the low point, and to those people I would like to say, have you seen Dream Child? I admit this is a guilty pleasure, but I'll still put it in Please Wake Me Up. It's so much better than Dream Child. New Nightmare is Wes Craven claiming his franchise back in the most meta way possible, and 2 years later he made Scream like this man is a god. The whole meta concept is great, seeing normal Robert Englund and even Wes Craven himself. Heather Langenkamp is back and giving her a son adds so much layers to her character. This is also where Freddy is scary again. We have the babysitter kill, that's a nod to the Tina kill from the original, and there is this great highway scene. I do have to place it in well rested, cause I do think it's a bit slow and also the third act is just Hansel and Gretel. It's not bad, but not as clever as the rest of the movie. Let's be clear, Freddy vs. Jason has a lot of flaws. The characters are so bland and almost unwatchable. The CGI, especially the no shot, is horrendous and the whole soundtrack and slow-mo dates this movie. But this movie is so much fun. So the main plot line that people forgot about Freddy, so he needs Jason to be remembered, is great. And listen, this movie does deliver on the premise we get, like a 15 minutes of great fighting. It's great. So I would put this in an interesting dream. It's not great, but at least so much fun. Oh, the remake. This is an interesting one. People despise this movie. It's a shameless remake. The acting is lazy and the CGI horrendous. I all agree with those points, but the worst of the franchise? No. I think the micro naps are a cool idea and I love the owl scene. Plus, I think the scene where Freddy is killed by the parents is also really good. So where do I put it? I'm torn between an interesting dream and Please Wake Me Up. I'll go for Please Wake Me Up, but I put it above Freddys Dad. I like Freddys Dad more, but I think the remake overall is a better movie. So that was my Nightmare on Elm Street tier list. And I have to say, this is a decent franchise. Even the Dream Child is not horrendous, like some of the later Halloween and Friday the 13th movies. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. This video took a lot of time to make. Next week, we watch After We Fell. But that's next week. See you then.